Hey everyone. After the Venkateshwara idol was made and consecrated by King Shankana on Tirumala Hills, regular worship went on for many years, and then, over some time, the temple got neglected. When sage Bhrigu insulted Lord Vishnu, Lakshmi left Vaikuntha and settled at Karavaripura, which is the ancient name of Kolhapur in Maharashtra. Lord Vishnu reached Tirumala and started meditating under a tamarind tree near Pushkarani. Today, let's know about the wedding of Lord Srinivasa and Padmavati. Let's start the video, but before that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. When Vishnu reached Tirumala and started meditating under a tamarind tree near Pushkarani, ant hills formed around, and to accompany him, Brahma and Shiva came as cow and calf. Surya explained this to Lakshmi and asked her to disguise herself as a cowherd and sell those cows and calf to the Chola king. This cow used to give its milk to Lord Vishnu inside an anthill and return with an empty udder. Chola queen punished cowherds for lack of milk who chased the cow and attacked the anthill with an axe. The cowherd died upon seeing injured Vishnu in human form. After the cow returned with blood stains, Chola king visited the anthill to discover the dead body of his cowherd. Lord Vishnu came out of the anthill and cursed the king for the mistake committed by his servant. When the king begged for mercy, Lord Vishnu said that in the next life the king would be born as Akasa Raja. After performing his daughter's marriage with him and placing his own crown on his head, he will be relieved of the curse. Since then, Vishnu started saying on that hill with the permission of Varaha and with the condition that the first visit and worship will be done to Varaha. During the end of Dwapar Yuga, Sri Krishna was asked by his foster mother Yashoda that though she raised him, she could not witness his marriages. Krishna replied that in the next life she will perform his marriage. This Yashoda reincarnated as Vakula Devi and was serving Varaha on Tirumala hill. Lord Vishnu, separated from Lakshmi, did severe penance for Bhagwan Surya in present-day Tiruchenur at a pond called Panchami Tirtham. Vishnu himself dug that pond, which is right now called Padma Sarovaram, filled it with golden lotuses, and on the bank of it did penance for 12 years. This is adjacent to Padmavati Devi temple in Tiruchenur, and there is a Sri Surya Narayan Swami temple now. Vishnu was sure that Lakshmi would come back as Padmavati Devi. The cursed Chola king was born in Luna dynasty to one of the descendants of Pandavas named Mitravarma or Sudhanva, and his wife, Pandya princess Manorama, when they were ruling over Tundira Mandala with capital at Narayanapuram. He was named Akasa Raja. This Akasa Raja grew up to marry Sakya princess Dharani, but they did not have children. When Akasa Raja wanted to perform yajna and started ploughing the land near the Arani river on the border of present-day Andhra and Tamil Nadu, he found a golden lotus with a female baby in it. He adopted the child and named her Padmavati. A few days after the couple adopted Padmavati, Queen Dharani got pregnant and delivered a boy who was named Vasudhana. Vasudhana was born with 5 planets exalted in his horoscope. Sri Krishna was alive during 18th June 3229 BCE and 23rd January 3102 BCE. The next day, which is 24th January 3102 BCE, Kali Yuga started, and a few years later, Vasudhana was born to Akasa Raja. For 5 planets to be exalted, Vasudhana has to be born with Jupiter in Cancer sign, Saturn in Libra, Sun in Aries, Venus in Pisces, and Moon in Taurus. Jupiter returns to its exalted sign every 12 years, while Saturn returns to Libra every 30 years. So both these planets will be in exaltation for approximately every 60 years. Purana quotes that Akasa Raja was born after Vikramarka and Sakakartas passed away, but those were not Vikramarka of 1st century BCE and Satavahana. Many kings had the title of Vikramarka. Pandya and Chola dynasties existed since Dwapar Yuga as Pandya, which means old, and Chola, which means new. The birth of Padmavati and Vasudhana must have happened in the early Kali Yuga and much before Gautama Buddha, which must be between 3102 to 1887 BCE. If we start counting from one generation after the start of Kali Yuga and between 1887 BCE, there are about 1200 years and only 20 years where Jupiter and Saturn are exalted. In those 20 years, either the Sun or Venus misses their respective exaltation signs more than 10 times. One day, Srinivasa went out on his horse with his sword to scare a herd of elephants, which scared and drove Padmavati into her fort. Srinivasa came to her fort and inquired about the princess, but her attendants threw stones at him, citing that he was not a prince. He went back to Vakula Devi, who took the responsibility of arranging his marriage and went out to meet attendants of Padmavati, who were returning from a nearby Shiva temple. Akasa Raja Fort was at Narayanapuram, which is present-day Narayanavanam, and there is an ancient Ishvara temple within 1 kilometer of Narayanavanam temple. Padmavati falls sick and her parents consult Brihaspati to know that she is too interested in Srinivasa, so they asked him to fix a suitable date for the wedding. The Muhurtam is on 9th March 2602 BCE between 6:45 to 7 am, as auspicious planet Jupiter was in Vrishabha Lagna. 9 years earlier, on 10th March 2611 BCE, Vasudhana, younger brother of Padmavati, was born with 5 planets exalted. There are no other dates that match exactly with these 2 dates and planetary positions described in Puranas during early Kali Yuga. Srinivasa Padmavati Kalyanam was performed at present-day Narayanavanam, which is 42 kilometers away from Tirupati. Even today, we can see a large grinding stone that was used to make herbal bath powder with many herbs and grains for applying to the bride and groom before the wedding. Before the wedding, Srinivasa went to a place where all rishis were in penance and sought their blessings. That place today is Appalayagunda, where Prasanna Venkateshwara Swami is seen with a sword which he used to scare elephant herd. After the wedding, they stayed for 6 months at Srinivasa Mangapuram, which is 12 km west of Tirupati. Akasa Raja attained salvation after placing the crown on the head of Srinivasa during the wedding, and his brother Tondaiman took over as king as Vasudhana was still young. Srinivasa took Tondaiman to the top of the hill and showed him the place near Pushkarni where Andhra king Shankhana first installed his idol of Vishnu. He also showed the tamarind tree under which he stayed inside an anthill for many years and asked him to build a fort-like temple for him to stay there. After a few years, Vasudhana grew up and wanted his father's kingdom. Srinivasa had to intervene and divide the kingdom, where Tondaiman would rule south to Tirumala and Vasudhana would rule the northern parts. Srinivasa in the form of Venkateshwara remained in Tirumala while Padmavati remained at Tiruchenur. Many changes were made to the Tirumala temple over the years. Gopinatha was the first known Vaikhanasa Agama priest at Tirumala. Vaishnava Sabha, which was formed more than 2500 years ago in Tiruchenur, used to decide the daily activities of Tirumala. Utsava Murti of Bhoga Srinivasa was donated by the Pallava queen Samavai in the year 614th century. Ramanujacharya in the 11th century introduced Vaishnava methods of worship and Jiyar Mutt in Tirumala. Later, Chola, Pandya, Pallava and Vijayanagara kings renovated and maintained the temple. Well, that's it for today. I hope you're liking Nerdy's discoveries. Can't wait for the next video to learn more and be fascinated about. See you in the next. Bye.